Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming to you with an affordable makeup tutorial, and I'm using all, I wouldn't say drugstore, but like all the makeup you can find at Ulta on the drugstore side, if that makes sense. So you know Ulta is split up into like higher end and drugstore or more affordable. So I'm using all the products from the affordable side. So the only thing that isn't drugstore are these lashes, but you guys can go to the hair store and get lashes that look very similar for like $2-3. So that's why I went ahead and put this in this tutorial, because I didn't have any of those at hand. But if you want to see how to get this look using affordable products, then please keep watching. Alright guys, to start out this video, my brows are already done, and I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the orange corrector to put over my mustache hairs and underneath my eyes to hide any dark circles. I always do this, you all, whether it's with the Becca Backlight Reflecting Corrector or the MAC one, just anything, because I have black hair that grow on my face, so it really does looks green underneath on top of my lip, and then underneath my eyes I've always had bad dark circles, so this helps so much. So I go in with this before I go in with anything else. And then I'm taking that Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade 54, and I'm using that to contour. And I do this before my foundation. If you guys, I'll link my foundation routine up above so you guys know exactly what I'm doing, but I just go in with my contour and concealer first. So I just put it everywhere you contour, underneath your chin, on my cheekbones, on my forehead, and around my nose. And I use that stippling brush from Morphe to go ahead and just blend that in. I love using stippling brushes because it has the natural hair and the synthetic hair, so it just blends everything out seamlessly. And then I take a smaller duo fiber brush for my nose. And I love doing this as well. And I always blend into my eyebrow to make sure it just blends all in. I don't want to have any harsh lines. Now I'm taking the Morphe Concealer as well as the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. And the Colourpop No Filter Concealer is the first one I'm using. And that one's just too dark. I mean, it's just not light enough for me. And then the Morphe Concealer is way too light. So I went ahead and used this. And I honestly used too much of the Morphe one, so it's looking more brighter than it usually does, but that's okay, because, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with my Beauty Blender, the pointing side, and I make sure that the Beauty Blender is damp. It was already damp before, and I sprayed it because it had been a little while since I put it under the sink. And I just, use pouncing motions, and I blend that in, and I know, y'all, it's going to look pretty harsh, but that's the technique I do. My concealer, contour, and then I go blend it out with my foundation. Again, all of that is in my foundation routine that I'll link down below. And then I always do my under eyes last, just because I feel like the concealer thickens a bit and just gives me more coverage. And I use that also as eyeshadow primer to make sure the oils don't seep through my eyeshadow. Now I'm taking the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, my favorite drugstore foundation, and you just take literally the smallest amount and you put that on any spaces where there was no product, and then I blend over any harsh lines. So I blend over where the concealer and the contour meet, and then I blend over the contour a little bit as well, just to make everything blend in. I love doing this, and I'm probably never going to change doing this because I use way less product and I don't feel as much as a cake face as I do when I don't do this technique. I did put a little too much foundation on my forehead, but I'm going to fix that with my duo fiber brush in a second. So yeah, I'm just blending any harsh lines. So it's all blending, you all. But as you see, it's not harsh anymore. It is a little lighter than I'm used to, but that's okay. Now, I did not have a powder foundation from the drugstore. So use any powder foundation that's a few shades lighter than your skin tone. And I have to do this. It just looks airbrushed. It's flawless. I'm sorry. I know Maybelline has a great foundation, but this is just the one I have on hand. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which I used to love, but my skin is dry, so it is a little drier than what I like, but it works phenomenally. And is that a word? I made it up, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just baking that underneath my eyes and pretty much anywhere I put that concealer. And yes, I do both, if that powder foundation and the baking powder, because it seals everything in, and I just want my skin to look airbrushed, and that's what this technique does. Then I take that same powder, just a very light amount, and set everything else, my bronzer and things. So when I put the bronzer on, it won't just stick in one place, if that makes sense. Then I'm dusting off. Oh, I guess I dusted off around my nose too much, so I added a little more powder to make sure that contour is popping around my nose. And I'm setting the powder on my lid as well to get ready for eyeshadow. Okay, so taking that Wet n Wild contour and highlight palette, or palette, I said, yeah, compact, I should say. I'm using that as my contour. I like something a little more warmer, but this works as well. It's great. It's like $5 or something like that. I'm going to link everything down below. But I just put that wherever I put that cream contour, and you really don't have much to do because the cream, you use cream first. Using that same brush, I'm going to go ahead and contour literally on top of exactly what I contoured before. Looking good. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and dust all that powder off, but I will leave the powder under my eyes just to catch any eyeshadow that might fall down. But today nothing fell down because I did something super duper simple. Okay, taking one of those Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette, and I think it's like Glamour or something. I'll link it down below, but I'm just using a warm orangey brown shade, and I put that in the crease. And that's all the eyeshadow I put on, y'all. I just like to have my eyeshadow, my eyes have some type of definition, and the bronzer or that contour wasn't bronzy enough, so I like something more warm in my crease, and I always put it underneath my eye because it just makes my eyes more defined because they're so teeny tiny. And then I just wiped away any, I don't know, like foundation that was on my eyelids looking crazy. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust off the under eye powder. I'm just using that same brush. And then I'm going to go and blend any harsh lines with my bronzer brush. As you see, trying to add some color back because I'm looking a little pasty. Taking that Colourpop Blush, and I'm just going to go ahead and blush my cheeks. Colourpop is so affordable. And you guys know I love this pink shade, and I love pink blushes. So I just put that on my cheekbones, and I like to put it kind of close to my nose because it gives me like a flushed look. Then I'm taking the highlighter from, what is that? Y'all, I'm going to link it down below. But I think it's called Nubian, I think. Anyways, I put that on the cheekbones, chin, nose, lip. I was using this every day before I got my Jaclyn Hill highlighter. But I really like this as well, and I like to put it on my collarbones and on my chest just to make me look nice and glowy. Then I'm taking on an itty bitty brush and putting it in my inner corner. I always do this because it makes my eyes look super awake, and I feel like my lip is not complete unless I put that inner corner highlight in. It's like a must. Blending it out with my blush brush. And then just set it with any brow gel. That's the Anastasia one. Again, not affordable. Well, I guess it is. Actually, I don't know. Just there's a whole bunch in the drugstore, so you can get whatever kind you want to use. And then I'm going to set my skin with the Morphe Dewy Skin Mist. I'm obsessed with this, or I think it's called the Luminous Skin Mist. And since I used a lot of powder today, I made sure I used a lot of setting spray because I'm not trying to look powdery. And then I went ahead and with my powder brush just a little bit to not make it super dewy underneath my eyes because that was not a cute look. Now I'm taking that Wet n Wild brown liquid eyeliner for my winged eyeliner. You guys, this is my favorite eyeliner to use. They have a waterproof one as well. But yeah, it's just super easy to use, and literally it's like $2 to $3, and it looks bomb always. So I like using a brown eyeliner because it doesn't look as harsh, but the wing eyeliner is, I just love. And then I'm taking that powder foundation I put on earlier and putting it on my lids because they were looking a little creasy. and it's going to just set it more. And then I'm taking that Maybelline Voluminous Black, or is it L'Oreal? I'll link that down below as well. And then again, take any lash you want to use. The hair store has them for like $3, so that's why I went ahead and just put these on, because they are not affordable, but there are plenty of affordable options. Then I'm taking that Colourpop lip liner in BFF3 to line my lips. I'm obsessed with brown lip liners. I put it with every nude. I honestly put it on every day I do my makeup because it just looks so pretty. And then I'm taking 2 Colourpop lippies. And it's not quite a liquid lipstick. It's like in between. It's like a velvety lipstick. So I take that nude one and then I go ahead and top it off with a pink shade because it was looking a little too nude. I wanted to add a little more color back to my lips. And y'all, that is it. I am done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And yeah, let me know if you have any favorite affordable products that you like down below so I can try them out. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.